A stakeholder is anyone who is affected by your policy or has the power to influence it. It is not just the politicians. It is the patients, the doctors, the insurance companies, the taxpayers, the unions, and the media. We distinguish between primary stakeholders, those directly targeted like smokers in a tobacco tax, and secondary stakeholders, intermediaries like the American Heart Association or Philip Morris. If you miss a key stakeholder, if you forget to ask the nurses' union what they think, they will show up at the hearing and kill your bill. The standard tool for this is the power interest grid. Draw a box with 4 quadrants. The vertical axis is power. How much ability do they have to block or pass this? The horizontal axis is interest. How much do they care? This gives you 4 types of stakeholders. High power, high interest are your key players. You must manage them closely. High power / low interest are the sleeping giants. Keep them satisfied, but don't wake them up. Low power / high interest are your cheerleaders. Keep them informed. Use them for grassroots noise. Low power, low interest. Monitor them, but don't waste resources. Paul Sabatier developed the Advocacy Coalition Framework, ACF. He argued that people don't organize around specific technical details. They organize around core beliefs. We have deep core beliefs, like liberty is paramount, or equality is paramount, and policy core beliefs, like government should regulate markets. Coalitions are glued together by these shared values. To build a coalition, you don't talk about the technical details of Section 4, Paragraph C. You talk about the values. You signal to potential allies, I am one of you. We believe in the same things. The most effective coalitions are often the strangest. Economist Bruce Yandel coined the term Bootleggers and Baptists. He observed that Sunday closing laws for liquor stores were supported by 2 groups who hated each other. The Baptists supported the law for moral reasons. Alcohol is a sin. The bootleggers supported the law for economic reasons. If legal stores are closed, they sell more illegal moonshine. Politicians love this. They can vote for the law and tell the Baptists they're being moral, and tell the bootleggers they're protecting their market. In health policy, look for your bootlegger. If you want a soda tax, Baptist health goal, ally with the Dental Association, economic goal of reducing cavities, or budget hawks, economic goal of reducing Medicaid costs. Why do special interests often beat public health? It's the logic of concentrated benefits versus diffuse costs. If a policy costs every taxpayer $1, diffuse cost, but gives one industry $1 billion, concentrated benefit, the taxpayers won't notice, but the industry will fight to the death. They will hire the lobbyists. To win, you have to mobilize the diffuse public, which is hard, or you have to find a counter-interest with concentrated power. You need to find a big corporation that loses asterisk money if the bad policy stays. You must map your opposition ruthlessly. Know their arguments better than they do. Identify the veto players, the specific committee chairs who can kill your bill. Ask, is their opposition ideological or economic? If it is economic, they lose money, you can maybe buy them off with a subsidy or a phase-in period. If it is ideological, they think your policy is evil, you cannot buy them off. You have to defeat them. Knowing the difference saves you a lot of time in negotiation. Here is where the policy entrepreneur comes back. The entrepreneur is the connector. They are the ones who introduce the Baptist to the bootlegger. They build the network asterisk before asterisk the crisis happens. Advocacy is relationship-based. You cannot ask a senator for a favor if you have never met them. You build capital by helping them with their small problems so that when the big policy window opens, they pick up your phone call. Let's look at the movement to cap insulin prices. The coalition included patient advocates, the moral voice, and the AARP, the powerful voting bloc. Pharma was the concentrated opposition, but the advocates successfully reframed the issue from price controls, ideological trigger for Republicans, to fairness and greed. They used public outrage, media advocacy, to overcome the lobbying advantage of pharma. It showed that even diffuse groups can win if the moral narrative is strong enough. To conclude, Lesson 2, politics is not a dirty word. It is the mechanism of change in a democracy. If you refuse to engage in coalition building because you want to stay pure, you are choosing to be ineffective. You are choosing to let your patients suffer to protect your own ego. Build your grid. Find your allies, even the ones you don't like. In the next lesson, we will look at one of the most powerful tools for building that pressure, the media. We will study the tobacco wars and the truth campaign. For your policy brief assignment, I want you to include a section on stakeholders. Who supports this? Who opposes it? Show me you see the battlefield. See you in Lesson 3.